Hello everyone, welcome to video lectures on data mining and data warehouse. Module 1 continued the basic concept. From the architecture point of view, there are three data warehouse models: the enterprise warehouse, the data mart, and the virtual warehouse. So first of all, we would discuss data warehouse enterprises or enterprise warehouses. An enterprise warehouses which collects all of the information about subject spanning the entire organization, actually, which provides a corporate wide data integration, usually from one or more operational systems, or we can call it as a external information provider, and is cross functional in the scope. Actually, a typically which contains detailed as well as summarized data. We say that the range from few gigabyte to hundreds of gigabyte, terabyte, or beyond that also. An enterprise data always warehouse may implemented on traditional mainframes, computer super servers, or parallel architecture platforms, always which requires extensive business modeling and which make years to design and build. Similarly, second point of view of the architecture data models is data mart. A data mart which contains a subset of corporate wide data that is of value to a specific group of users. Especially, the scope is confined to a specific selected subject. For example, a marketing data mart may be confined to its subject or customer, item, or any sales. So the data which contained in data marts which are tend to be summarized. So we say that depending on the source of data, data mart can be categorized as a independent or dependent data mart. So we say that independent data mart are which are sourced from the data captured from one or more operational systems or external information which provides, or from data generated locally within a particular department or a certain geographical area. Whereas dependent data marts are which source directly from the enterprise data warehouse. So now the third one model is virtual warehouses. A virtual warehouse is a set of views. We say that over operational database for efficient query processing system in consider the possible summary views may be materialized. We just discussed about pre-computer, pre-compute materialized, partial materialized, and fully materialized. So here, virtual warehouse is to build, but which require access capacity on operational database servers. So there are the things. So this is the three point of view, architecture point of view. The three models are enterprise warehouse, data mart, and this is last one is virtual warehouses. So the next one is a recommended method for development of data warehouses system is to implement the warehouse in an incremental and evolutionary manner. We have a diagrammatical representation in the next coming slide. First of all, we would discuss about the first high-level corporate data model, which is defined within a reasonable short period of which or that provides. We say that corporate wide so which are consistent and integrated view of data among different subject and potential usage also. So actually this high level model which will need to be refined in further development of enterprise data warehouses, so which will be greatly reduce the failure integration problems. Secondly, we should have that one independent data mart which can be implemented in parallel with the enterprises warehouses. And third one is the distributed data marts can be constructed into to a different integrate different data marts. So via we say that a hub server. So the finally a multi-tier data warehouse is constructed where the enterprises house the the sole custodian of all warehouses data, which is then distributed to the various dependent data mart. So next we will discuss so ETL. Now this is the hierarchical recommendation approach for data warehouses model. So just we have discussed about uh, the thing multi-tier when we consider this multi-tier data warehouse. This enterprise data warehouse one major model. So all should be defined high-level corporate data model and data mart here and distributed data mart. So these should be considered as a high, we say that a recommended approach or highly recommended for particularly data warehouse development, defining a high level corporate data model. So now we should discuss about the ETL, extraction, transformation, and loading. That is the short form is ETL. So discuss data warehouse system use a backend tools and utilities to populate and refresh their data. So it is always required the tool utilities which include we should have a you should the diagrammatically we have seen in the bottom tier architecture in ETL that are operations, five operations: extraction, cleaning, transformation, load, and refresh. So now we are going to discuss about what is that data extraction. We know that which typically which gathers data from multiple and heterogeneous and external sources. We are extracting the data cleaning, so which detect the errors in the data and which rectifies them when as it is possible, that we could do it in the data cleaning. Data transformation, so which convert data from legacy or a host format to a warehouse format. So n number of data we are collecting from the for different format, we should convert into host to their own host format to warehouse format. So load, the next one is the load. Load which we need to load the data into, which will sort, summarize, consolidate, compute the views, check integrity, build indices, and partitions. So all the subpoint which will be considering while or when loading the data into the warehouse in the architecture. So refresh, which always populate or propagate the update from the data source to the warehouse. So besides this cleaning, loading, refreshing, and metadata definition tools, data warehouse systems usually, usually which provides the warehouse, or we should say that provide a good set of management warehouse management tools. Data cleaning or another data transformation are very important step in improving the data quality and subsequently data mining result. So we are mostly interested in the aspect of data warehousing technology related to data mining. So that all details we will discuss in the next coming uh, topic. So now one more thing, the thing is metadata repository. So metadata repository, so metadata is or about data when used in data warehouse. Metadata are the data that defines the different of warehouse objects. So warehouse of object. So which we are seen in the architecture a metadata repository. So in the bottom tier of the data warehousing architecture, metadata which are created for the data names and definitions of the given warehouses. So actually metadata are created and captured for time stamping any kind of extracted data. Say that any kind of extracted data, the source of the extracted data and missing fields, so which have been added by the data cleaning, or we say that integration processes. A metadata repository should contain the certain things. The following things need to be discussed. The first one is a description of the structure of the data warehouses, which includes always which include warehouses schema and what type of warehouses schema will be used. View, what and all views will be used, different views will need to be taken, and dimensions, how many dimensions there are, multi-dimensional hierarchies, what kind of hierarchies are followed, derived data definitions, data mart locations, and as well as contents need to be see in the description structure of the data warehouse. Structure of the data, any kind of the data warehouse, which includes all these key points. Next is operational metadata, so which always include data lineage. Lineage in the sense history of migrated data, a sequence of transformations applied to it. That is the data lineage. Currency of data which are active, achieved, or parked. So that we need to be taken. And monitoring information, whereas uses statistic errors or statistic or error reports and audit trials, all will have been included in the operational metadata. Next one is the algorithm used for summarization. So which includes always source of databases, their contents, definition of their algorithms, okay, data on granularity, partitions, subject, areas, aggregation, summarization, predefined queries, and the corresponding reports. Similarly, another thing, mapping from the operational environment to the data warehouse. So that include again indices of the which include source database, their content, gateway, description, data partition, data extraction, cleaning, transformation, uh, rules and default, data refresh, uh, and purging rules, the security as well as security or user authentication and access controls. So that we need to consider mapping from the operational environment to the data warehouses. Similarly, the next is data related to system performance, which includes always indices and profiles that improve the data access, retrieval performance. In addition to the rules, we should have that one timing and scheduling of refresh, a respective update of the data repository, replication cycles if it is required. Next, the metadata, what is the which contains the point here, business metadata. We're talking about business metadata, so which always includes uh, business terms, how many terms, half term, yearly, so that we need to be taken into the point. Respective terms and definitions of that one, data ownership, who is the ownership of the metadata repository, which contains highly high level data definitions. So who is the owner of that? And charging policies, the policies need to be taken. Who is going to take that charging of the respective metadata repository policies? Similarly, a warehouse which contains level of summarization, which is the metadata, is one. Actually, the other type include a current detailed data, which are almost always on the disk. The older details, which are always on territory storage, lightly summarized data and highly summarized data. So, which may or may not be a physically housed, but metadata play a very important role other than data warehouse data and which are always important for many reasons. For example, metadata are used as a directory to help the decision support system analyst locate the content of the data warehouses and as a guide to the data mapping when data are transformed from the operational environment to the data warehouse environment. That is the one more important consideration. Actually, the metadata also serves as a guide. We say that guide to the algorithm which are used for summarization, kind of the summarization between the current detailed data of lightly summarized data and between the highly summarized data and the highly summarized data need to be taken. Metadata should be stored and managed persistently in the sense that on disk, always it is on the disk. This is about a meta data repository, and we should contains this all are the 1 2 3 4 5. There are 6 things we need to be uh, remember or used whenever the metadata repository. The data warehouse modeling, the data cube and OLAP. So data cube, that is a multi-dimensional data model. First of all, we should discuss what is data cube. Actually, a data cube which allows a data to be modeled and viewed in multiple dimensions. So which is defined by dimensions and the fact. The term dimensions, which are the perspective or entities with respect to which an organization want to keep the records. For example, all electronic shop or traders. So all electronic shop may create a sales data warehouse in order to keep records the store sales with respect to the dimensions, time, item, branch, and location. Actually, these dimensions which allow store to keep track of the things like monthly sales of item, the branch and location at which the items were sold out. So each dimension may have a table associated with it. We can call it as dimension table, which further describes the dimensions. For example, a dimension table specified by the particularly item name, brand, item, and type. The table can be specified by the users or expert or automatically generated and adjusted based on the distribution. So here we need to think about another is the fact table. A multidimensional data model is typically organized around a central theme which likes stars. We should think about the schema, and here the fact is sales or for instance which theme is represented by a fact table. Actually, the fact are numeric measures. Think of them a quantity by which we want to analyze the relationship, that we should apply that star and snowflake or fat constellation, which we are going to study later. That star that models a schema that we are going to apply. So actually, the fact table contains the name of the fact or measures as well as key to each of the related dimension tables. There will have a key for the next linkage of the table. That all details we are getting in the fact table. So now this is the example we should consider it as a 2D view of sales data according to the dimensions, time and item. Two dimensions we have taken consider. One is time and other one is item. So where the sales from the different branches located in the Vancouver, the city name, which measures sold in a dollar, which sold in thousands. Okay. So location Vancouver, name of the city. So the time dimension here Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, and location Vancouver we have taken another dimension is item time. So home entertainment, computer, phone, and security. There are the four item types we have to consider here. So this number is immaterial for us, but the thing is we need to consider. This is a 2D representation of all electronics shop items details. Okay, so all 2D representation. So now suppose we would like to uh, view the sales data with a third dimensions. For instance, so we have to take the location. So that from the cities Chicago, New York, Toronto, Vancouver. So this 3D data table, which we are going to see in the next slide. So that 3D data shown in the next table. So this is the 3D data because we have considered as a location. So now see that in that location, location Chicago with the time dimension in including item. So location dimension is a Chicago with consideration of all the home entertainment, computer, number of computers sold, number of phones sold, number of security items sold. All item details will be we will having here. A location is equal to New York item. Location is equal to Toronto, again a respective item. Location is equal to Vancouver, respective items, all the detailed items. So, so this is the, we say that 2D data. So we are going to see in the 3D as a table. Suppose that 3D data cube, how we can represent this entire table data into 3D cube. So that is our coming task also. The 3D data in a table which are below represented as a series of 2D tables. Obviously, conceptually, we may also represent the same data what we are to considering that data in the form of 3D data cube. So which we have in the next figure. So now let us discuss about. This is the three-dimensional data cube. So this is the 3D data representation of table of the previous data. So which we have considered time, item, location, which all measures are displayed in dollars sold or in terms of thousands. Okay. So let us discuss here one by one. So the Q1, Q2, Q3, what we are seeing the pacing cube facing side. Okay, there are three side are visible here. Okay, remaining cube side not are visible, but we can take it as a slice format. So Q1, quarter one, Q2, Q3, Q4. So quarterly result of all the sales are sold out of items in a respective cities. So item will be considered here, home entertainment, computer, phone, security, so and so. So Vancouver city, or that city will have all the details of with Q1, Q2, Q3 number of product or items sold out. Toronto city, simply which is not visible here because this line is left to empty because the 3D we are viewing here 3D picture. So because that is not completely visible. So New York also like this, and the last one is Chicago. Chicago also having the all the details about. So this is the what we have seen 3D representation of our data cube. So this is about data cube. Now, suppose that we would like to view our sales or sales data with an additional fourth dimension, such as supplier. Also, that the supplier we have introduced here, supplier one, two, three, whatever that one. So we can think of 4D, four dimension cube as being a series of 3D cubes. So which we can see in the next diagrammatical representation. So this is the four dimension data cube representation of sales data according to the dimension time, item, location, and supplier. So here the measured display in dollars or in bracket we can in thousands. Okay. For improved readability, the only some of the cube values are have been shown. So now we have not taken all the values here. Just see that location it is three dimensional. So we have added supplier one in the fourth dimension. So fourth dimensions, that is we say that the slice of the 3D part. Okay. The fourth dimensions we cannot view here because it is not possible also 4D because data will be not appear in the proper position. So supplier 1, supplier 2, supplier 3. So this entire one data cube. So the slices of data cube, supplier 1, 2, 3. So that is the supplier term is the fourth dimension. So for the dimensions, we need to see that here time dimensions also there, location also there. That is the Vancouver cities. Okay, security. This backside, which will be we say that including this Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, and each city wise supplier one, how many items he has supplied. For city two, and all the quarters number of items. The like that we will get all the updated details. So this is the 4D, four dimension data cube representation. This is possible only when in the table wise or in diagrammatically in 3D slices cube. Now in the data warehouse research literature, a data cube as the often referred to as a cuboid. Now think about cuboid because if there is a more number of data in the data 4D, 5D, or 6 or 7D, whatever the number of dimensions is more, then we can call it as a data cuboid or group by summarization. So given set of dimensions, we can generate a lattice of cuboid. So for each possible subset of the given dimensions, and is showing the data at a different level of summarization or group by. So this lattice of cuboid which forms a data cube. So that we can see in the next in the figure we have represented below. So that lattice of cuboid, that is we can call a cuboid which forms in the data cube for dimension, time, item, location, and supplier. Together we can see that all hierarchy. Okay, so this the one simple diagrammatic representation as we can see it very simple manner. How we can see that this is the one important lattice of cuboid, lattice of cuboid which making up a 4D means four dimensions data cube for time, item, location, supplier, and each cuboid which represents a different degree of summarization. So now before going to this diagrammatically, what is the lattice cuboid? So we need to see that first of all, so here, what is that lattice formation? Okay, so the whatever the given set of dimensions, so we can generate a cuboid for the each of the possible subset of the given dimensions. So the result would form a lattice of cuboid, and each of which is showing the data different level of summarization or group by the forming data cube for the dimensions. We have taken here item, time item, location, and supplier. So now let us take with the first how we can represent or how we can form a cuboid. First, we should make a small dot, or this can be taken into that a small circle. Small circle. We should write all ALL. Why we should take the first starting with zero cuboid, because all will be taken here. Small circle, and the last end circle. How many dimensions need to be drawn? Okay. How many dimensions need to be drawn? So that we need to be taken into the another last circle. So now first zero cuboid, we consider it as a zeroth cuboid. So we know that there are four dimensions we should keep in our mind. Okay, from this, after the next layer, I'm telling this how to construct now. Again, make a small circle one, another two circle, third circle, fourth circle. So now after drawing this circle, just connect from this circle to all, because this is the indicate that one cuboid or one dimension, because we have a four item in time, item, location, supply. So next layer after that again we need to have a, so this is the one location. Okay, so next item, that is we need to have one circle, another second circle, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one. Why sixth circle is because there are four word is there. We need to take a combination of to each word. Obviously we will get six pair. Six pair will be getting, because of that six pair you need to take here the number of circle is six. Okay. So because two pair will be taken. Single is four. Okay. Now we'll see the next three and four how it is coming. So now here we should connect it. Before that connected time item, we should write here time item. Then after connect, time item should be taken first. Time, location, next. Third one is time supplier. So time comma item, time comma location, time comma supplier, and this one is, so item location, okay, then item supplier, okay, then last one is location supplier, last two word. So there is the combination of pair, location supplier. So this, because two we have taken, so usually we would, or we can call it as a 2D, two dimensions cuboid. You can call it as a 2D cuboid. So how we are connecting here? So by default, we have connected, assume that from all to time, item, location, supply. Okay. So now here we have taken the word time, comma item, time, comma item. So first, anyhow, we are going to connect this. Time circle is here, item circle is here. So from these two, we are connecting here and here. Next, come to the next, whatever we have written this word with a small circle. Time, comma, location we have written. So where is the time now? In the above, time is here and the location is here. So just we are connecting from location, sorry, this circle to time, and this to location. Next, what we have written here, time, comma, supplier. Where is the time? Time is here and supplier is here. Just connect here and one is here. And next, this item, comma, location we have written. So where is the item? Item is here, one connected to here, another location. So another connection to here. So next, another here, item supplier. So where is the item? Item is here. Just connect item. Where is the supplier? Supplier is here. And the last one, location, comma supplier. Where is the location here? Location is here, and supplier is here. Okay. Next, in this case, next, after completing 2D cuboid, so next we are going to the 3D. So how we can form that? 3D is a pair of three words. So because four words are given, first three words can be taken here. So what are the possibilities of formation? Item, time, item, location, one pair. Okay. So their supplier is left out in this. Time, item, location. So next possibility is again time, so location, supplier, second pair possibility. Uh, Here, sorry, time, item, supplier. Time, item, location, continuous three word. So time, item, we need to take the fourth one, supplier. Okay. Next, time, second one you need to leave it. Time, third for the third circle represented. Time, location, supplier. So next, item, location, supplier. So there are the four of three word combination need to be taken. So this we can call it as, this is we can call it as a 3D cuboid. So this is called as a three-dimensional cuboid. So how we are going to connect? Very simple. Already we have a set of connection of course at this point. So here a time item is common. So time item is common in these three set of words. So just connect from here to here. And where is the one more location? Where is the location? Already location is here because we have connected here. Time also there. Time and location, item location. So connect here to here. So another item location. So where is the one more connection? Item location. Because the two set of pair need to be searched. In three word is there, three dimensions is there, we need to see all the pair of 2D dimensions. Like that we need to see that. Next is time item supplier. Okay, time item supplier means time item is here, time supplier is here. Next, this item also there, item supply. The second circle completion is over. We'll see that. Next, third one, time, location, supplier. So the third circle, time, location. Time, location is, we cannot go time item here. Just time, location, go to this. And time, supplier, this also require time also there, supplier also there here. So next, after that, one more is location, supplier, last two words. Location, and this is location, supplier. Okay. And the last circle, which are representing here, item, location, supplier. So item, location, supplier, where we need to search here, very simple. Item location one is there. Time supplier, item supplier also there. Another location supplier. So this is called as a four-dimensional 4D cuboid. So that is the four-dimensional cuboid. So this is the lattice of cuboid making up a four-dimensional data cube for time, item, location, and supplier. And each cuboid which represents a different degree of summarization. So this is the different degree of summarization need to be taken. This is actually this summarization usually we could call it as So apex cuboid, APEX. So there is a word we have taken, high level of summarization, apex cuboid. So that this is the base. Start with the apex cuboid, high level of summarization, and the base is low level of summarization. So there is the low level of summarization need to be taken. So this is the dimensionality representation of the respective cuboid and a data cube, multidimensional data in case of 3D, 2D table were represented 3D format and 4D, 3D also represented in 4D format. So this is about a multidimensional data model. So next, in the next coming video, so we are going to discuss the schema or models, data models, multidimensional data models we are going to discuss. This is the one a dimensional data model. Another one is the schema for what are the schema logical way of representing data. The schemas for multidimensional data model, that is the star schema, snowflakes schema, fact constellation schema in the multidimensional data model.